Hey guys, my name is Matt Johnson, and this is the Sony A7S III. Sony loaned me an advanced copy to use for a bit, and as I've been using this camera, I've discovered that it has some features that I haven't seen anyone else talking about. While these features aren't game-changing, this camera isn't going to make you tacos or anything like that. They are still improvements that I've been wanting Sony to make to their cameras for many years, and I'm now so happy to see them in the A7S III. Jumping right into it, the first feature that I love about the A7S III is that this camera now allows you to adjust your white balance while recording video. Yes, if you start recording and realize you want to tweak your white balance because the lighting changed, you can now do that without losing time and having to stop your recording to do it. Also, as a really cool plus, Sony has also given you the ability to set how quickly and smoothly the camera will adjust to a new white balance. This is called shockless white balance, and here's how it works. Traditionally, when you adjust your camera's white balance using the presets or the Kelvin scale, it adjusts instantly to the new white balance. This can result in jumps in the color of your footage though, as you make your adjustments. Shockless white balance will give you a very smooth white balance transition between colors. This will keep your audience engaged with watching what you've created and keep you from shocking them with a sudden white balance change. These two updates to white balance are awesome, but I'm sure there are some of you Panasonic users preparing to comment right now, what? Sony cameras can't change their white balance while recording video? We've always been able to do that with our cameras. Well, hold on a sec, because the next feature of the A7S III is something that Panasonic cameras cannot do. Unlike Panasonic, Sony cameras have always had the ability to punch in and magnify the image in camera while recording, so you can check your focus. As someone that primarily uses manual focus lenses, this is a feature that I use hundreds of times a day whenever I'm filming a wedding. With Sony's previous cameras, one con of the way they've handled punching in though, is that if you punch in while in video mode, the magnified image quality is very low. The camera may be recording in 4K, but the image you're punching in to check focus feels like it's lower than 1080p. So yes, you can tell what's in focus, but it's more difficult than it should be, especially considering the resolution that Sony cameras film in. This is all finally changed though with the A7S III. The image you can punch into now is incredibly sharp, and it is now very easy to check and guarantee the image you're recording is in focus. It took a while, but this is a welcome improvement. And Panasonic users, I hope that Panasonic gets their act together and adds this feature to Panasonic cameras ASAP. Moving on, the last feature that we need to talk about is something that I've seen other people cover, but it has made such a big change to the way that I film that I think it's important that we cover it here as well. When you choose to record S-Log3 with the original Sony A7S from 2014, the minimum ISO you were allowed to set your camera to was 3200. This is quite bright and virtually guarantees you would need a good set of ND filters to shoot with this picture profile. With the A7S II, the minimum ISO for S-Log3 dropped to 1600, half of the original A7S. The A7 III saw another usability improvement, with the minimum S-Log3 ISO dropping to 800. That brings us finally to the A7S III, with a minimum base ISO in S-Log3 of 640. This is low enough that you can use it without ND filters, but I have more good news, and this is something that I've not seen many people talking about at all. For the first time with their mirrorless cameras, Sony has given the A7S III the ability to use an extended base ISO, meaning you can actually set the ISO lower in S-Log3 down to a minimum of 160. Now this extended base ISO will probably suffer from a bit less dynamic range, because 640 is the camera's native ISO that will maximize your dynamic range in S-Log3. But if you are filming outside in a pinch and don't have ND filters handy, you are really going to appreciate the ability to lower your ISO below 640. With that, those are 3 new features of the Sony A7S III that I have not seen many people talking about that I think are going to make filmmaking even easier with this camera. Do you film with Sony cameras, and have you been wanting to see these improvements? Or are there other new improvements and features for the A7S III that you've not seen people talking about? Please leave me a comment down below and let me know. Also, if you happen to be a wedding filmmaker, you probably want to book more couples and film more weddings. To help you out with that, I've created a free guide that's going to walk you through some practical steps that you can take right now in your business to book more couples and film more weddings. It's a completely free gift to you. You can download it at the link down in the video description. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.